Recently, one of the visitors to our website asked me a very interesting question, the answer to which I would like to share with you today. First, I will read the question. Gautama Buddha's message from June 22nd, 2011 says, "The only way to escape the wheel of samsara, the cycle of reincarnations, is to stop creating the causes of both good and evil. It means becoming the master of your own fate. It means becoming God, a God-man, moving on to the next step of the evolutionary development." The question relating to this quotation is the following. It is more or less clear how not to create the causes of evil, as we will have to pay off the karmic debt, if not in this, then in the next incarnation. Similarly, if you beget the causes of good, you will come into incarnation again in order to receive gratitude. That is somewhat clear as well. But we are here to do good. So how can one not beget the causes of good? Maybe one should do good selflessly, without the expectation of gratitude. But the one for whom you do good can still be grateful. How do we understand whether we are begetting the cause of good? It is a very interesting question. We know that such philosophical categories as good and evil are attributes of this world. When we act in this world, we are forced to constantly make distinctions to differentiate the good from the evil. And when we do that, we practically grow, we develop, our souls evolve. We know that there is, for example, the karma of bad deeds. That is, when we do evil, we create bad karma, which returns to us in the form of unfavorable situations in this life or in the following incarnations. Accordingly, if we perform good deeds, we create good karma, and this good karma comes back to us as well. For example, we do a lot of charity work in this life, help those who are in need, and whether we want it or not, in the next life or already in this life, we will have to accept the consequences of this choice. It means that we will have to become rich and have no need for money. Such is the consequence. We cannot be inactive in this world, because, as we know from the teaching, there is karma of inactivity. This occurs when we receive divine energy, which God gives us to act in this world, and we do not use this energy, do not do anything, do not develop ourselves. Then we create karma in the same way. The question from this reader is very interesting. Then how can we come out of the wheel of samsara, since whatever we do, we continuously create karma, and this karma comes back to us. It will be either bad or good karma, but every time it will come back in an endless circle. But in fact, the masters give the teaching on how to come out of this wheel of samsara. And this solution can be found in the same quote from Gautama Buddha's dictation cited earlier. The only way to escape the wheel of samsara, the cycle of reincarnations, is to stop creating the causes of both good and evil. It means becoming the master of your own fate. It means becoming God, a God-man, moving on to the next step of the evolutionary development. The answer to the question lies in this quotation. When we make right choices, making the distinction between the good and the evil, when we aspire to God, we burn away some of our unsatisfactory states inside of us that come from the past, and we free ourselves from karma and raise our consciousness. When we raise our consciousness to a certain level, we can surrender the free will given to us by God. It means that we understand that everything around us, absolutely everything, is God. We are God. Wildlife and inanimate nature, all of it is God. And when we understand that, we raise our consciousness to the level where we are able to fully devote ourselves to completing God's deeds. It means that we do not do anything from the position of our ego or from the position of how it will benefit our family lineage, our country, or even the whole humanity. We perform all our deeds only based on how God needs them done. In fact, we become God in embodiment, as mentioned in this dictation. It means that through us, God has the opportunity to do anything in this world. When we give up making decisions based on our ego and give God the opportunity to do all the deeds through us, in this case, we become free from the karmic activity. We do not create the causes of either good or evil anymore. The level of consciousness which is mentioned in the message is, of course, a very high level, and we have a long way to go in order to reach this state. Out of the people that we know, perhaps Jesus Christ had this level of consciousness. Or Babaji is an example among recent incarnations. This implies that we hardly ever encounter this level of consciousness in the life around us. But we can aspire to attain this level of consciousness. And for us, the most acceptable way will be the following. When we perform spiritual practices, raising our consciousness to the highest possible level, any activity that we perform and all the decisions that we make will be based on a higher level of consciousness. And in this case, we will make fewer mistakes and correspondingly create less karma. And in this way, in our consciousness, we will bring ourselves closer and closer to God-man.